Greetings, my friends. I'm Paper Ninja. I've been making Fantasy Maiden Wars videos for a while now. I've done some guides, some challenge runs, and even one character guide. If you see my challenge runs, you always see me have absurdly high stats that make the runs doable in the first place. Things like plus 90 to range, melee, and skill. This makes several of the chapters possible with fewer characters, since Fantasy Maiden Wars on Lunatic expects a lot of damage. Now, I'm going to show you how to get stats like this on both a new game and a new game plus. This video does have a couple of spoiler characters, so make sure you're fine with this before continuing. If you are, let's begin. For a first time playthrough, it will never be as efficient as New Game Plus, but you can still get started on PP farming. In the beginning of the Eternal Arc, on chapter 35, you will receive an item called the Suzerain Flower. The Suzerain Flower increases PP gain by 1.5x. It stacks with the Prayer Spirit, but you're not going to have anybody with that at this point in the regular playthrough. Additionally, you do eventually get another Suzerain, but having two of these on one character doesn't stack, so don't waste a second item slot, equipping another. Equip the Suzerain Flower on a combat character that you would use for the rest of the run, or even wipe point if you know who you're going to use, and use these chapters in order to farm PP. Even if a character is weak initially, and because of the pair/team system, a stronger unit can help them get the PP required. Dedicate as many kills as you can to that character in order to maximize the PP gain. The Eternal Arc, and more specifically, the Imperishable Night Arc, chapters 35 to 44, are mostly easy chapters that aren't astronomically difficult to beat, with only maybe 1 to 2 being hard. This might take a while, but the results are worth it as you can quickly get all the skills you need and begin stat boosting in preparation for the late game. Don't bother with game over grinding, since you only keep money and EXP when you game over, not PP. This is also why it is preferable to pick a character who joins earlier, rather than later, as the character who joins later can't take advantage of the Suzerain Flower that you get at chapter 35. If you do all this, you guarantee at least one powerful character to help carry you, as spreading your resources to too many units usually ends up with a harder time, especially in the late game. In regards to New Game Plus, PP farming becomes even easier, and you can achieve plus 30 to plus 50 to stats very easily, if you're willing to be a bit patient and methodical. To do this, when you pick 6 units to bring back to New Game Plus, you need to bring back Shinki, as she is the only character who has a Prayer Spirit at level 5. Beat the first chapter of whoever you pick, then you'll get to the intermission menu. Since you've brought back everything, immediately wipe point the character you plan to farm PP with, to increase their PP gains by 1.5x. Use one of their item slots to equip the Suzerain Flower that you got from the first playthrough. Before any chapter, make sure that Shinki and Makura are always deployed when possible. Shinki has the Prayer Spirit, doubling your next PP gain if you kill an enemy. Use this before you kill any enemy, and when you do, you'll get gains like this. Makura has a Dream Spirit and has a discount on it. Since Dream lets you use any ally spirit, Makura is also able to cast Prayer for more PP. Try to use Makura for player-phase prayers and Shinki on enemy-phase prayers, as you can't use Makura's Prayer Spirit via Dream through the combat forecast. If you're patient, you can have stats like these before even finding Flandre, making her an absolute joke. A huge disclaimer is you can still farm PP on late joining characters on a first playthrough, but it'll be much harder as PP is a limited resource. So the later you join, the harder it is to become powerful. That's my guide to PP farming efficiently. I hope that this was helpful for those looking to help make their favorite characters stronger. Thanks for tuning in, and have a wonderful day.